Precious memories, unseen angels, sent from somewhere to my soul. How they linger ever near me, and the sacred past unfold.
You said that one thing about living 100 years, you wouldn't want to do it all over again.
Not all of it.
Not all of it. But look at this pretty lady's face, number one. I can't, and if you could have seen her today, we went and walked into the Hardee's and had a chicken sandwich and fries. And she didn't eat very many fries because she says she watches her cholesterol level. How many medications are you on?
3.
3 medications. One for blood thinning, one for
It's a water
your
pill.
water pill, and then your one little blood pressure pill.
Blood pressure.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's it. And you're still driving, but only in the daytime, though, so everyone knows you just do it safely, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how many miles do you put on in a year, would you guess, on your car?
Well, my car is a '02, and I think I got about 18,000 miles on it.
And you put all those miles on yourself.
Yes.
Bought it brand new.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. 2002 was it?
Yeah.
And 2009. So that's 7 years ago, when you were 93. You bought the car when you were 93.
Yeah.
When
I built the house.
When you built the house.
Yeah.
And you ought to see her beautiful bathroom she has. Whoa, wow, what a queen's domicile that is, I'll tell you.
I'm really proud of my bathroom.
Oh yes, it's wonderful. And she's keeps a beautiful, immaculate house, totally filled with wonderful treasures of her family. She's got a story for every piece. Her pride and joy was the little dresser that her mother, your mother's mother owned.
Yeah.
Which could put it back as far as 1850 or earlier.
Or earlier.
Earlier.
It was handed down from my grandmother to my mother, my sister, and now I got it. A lot of times I'll sit here and I feel bad or something, and I go in there and take me a shower, change my clothes, and get in my car and go somewhere.
Just by driving makes you feel better.
Yeah. You ought to hear what Marvin's friend told him one day. You still ride with her in her that age?
Well, if you can keep it on the road, that's okay, and know where the brake pedal is.
I never had a ticket in my life.
You only had one accident with your car, right?
It wasn't my fault.
Whose fault was it?
The man run into the back of me. And when it was brand new, I stopped at a stop sign, and I saw he was going to hit me, and I put my foot on the brake. And if I hadn't, he'd have pushed me out in the intersection.
But that's the same car. It still works. It still works good, and
Yeah.
you got it fixed. It did a little damage.
Well, it tore up my fender and my bumper.
But
and
you,
they had to put a new fender on it in
so you were stuck at home for a while.
2 weeks.
Now, you actually knew Francis, Marion, and Rachel.
Yes.
They were who? Your
My
grandparents?
grandparents, my daddy's parents.
And you told me today about your grandfather going up on the back porch, and your grandfather had put you on his...
He'd put me up on his foot and ride me. Hold my hands and ride me.
And what would you do? Sit there and...
Sit there and laugh and play with his beard.
Now, this was Francis Marion that was a Civil War soldier.
Yeah.
And you were... How old were you when he passed away? 14?
I don't remember.
He was born in, or died in 23, and you were born in '09, so that'd be 14 years.
Yeah. You know, he used to go around and live with, after Grandma died, he'd go around and live with all the sons, and he'd come to our house, and, you know, his one arm, and he had the knife that had it was a crook like that, and it was a knife there and a fork on the end, and I'd hide it from him.
You would? He'd bring it with him whenever...
Oh, yeah, whenever where he went. That's what he ate with. Because he was one arm.
Right. Huh. Who has the spoon and the knife, or the fork and knife?
Well, he didn't use a...
I know, but who has it now?
I don't know.
It'd be a family heirloom, wouldn't it?
Yes, but I don't know who got it.
They probably threw it away because it was just a piece of...
Probably. Grandchildren that he had.
Do you know how many he had?
50-something, wasn't it?
57.
Yeah, I knew it was 50, because you sent me that. 57 or 58.
Right. And there's 48 that survived, survived to adulthood. So out of the 48 surviving grandchildren, there's only one surviving now. Well, and we couldn't be prouder of you, I'll tell you that. That's for sure.
Well, let me tell you what something happened. When we were small kids, and we got one of these afternoon storms, kind of like a whirlwind, or they call it a tornado.
Mm-hmm.
And it picked that house up and set it off, part of it off of the blocks. And Papa had to hire somebody to come and redo that and set it back up. And they put, some of it, they put double blocks where they could, you know, to keep from having to upset the whole thing. Blew all the windows and doors out of the house.
What year was that? How old
I
were...
don't know.
Was it while you... Well,
I was a little girl.
You were still little then.
Oh, yeah.
Like 5 or 6 or something like
Yeah,
that.
well, I was a little bit older than that. And Mama took all of us kids in back of the, their front bed, their bedroom was on the front, the living room was over here, and my bedroom was off of Mama and Papa's. And she took us all in there and put us down in the corner and practically put a mattress over us. Because we just thought the whole house was going. We were scared to death and screaming and hollering. I never will forget that. And you know, Bryan, for years after that, if it come up a cloud, I was scared to death. Later on, there was Papa said it was a whirlwind, but it flattened. There was a little creek down to the left side of the house,
Mm-hmm.
and it come across that field and went down that branch and just flattened those trees where it went.
Right.
And I was standing there watching it. It was nothing to see something like that happen back then. And then people wonder why I'm scared to death of bad weather.
Give any advice to any of us Shaws that are a lot younger than you are, just what would you tell us to do?
Well, work hard, be honest, tell the truth, and be kind to people and smile.
And smile?
That's what's got me a many a job.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, that's pretty good advice.
And I never met a stranger.
It's been a real pleasure meeting with you today, and enjoyed visiting. I've had a great visit, and I appreciate you so much.
And I'm so glad you came, and I know coming way down here to see me it's a great joy to meet you. And I appreciate it.
Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul. In the stillness of the midnight, precious sacred scenes unfold. Precious sacred scenes unfold.